Diddy's case is sure the most complicated case in Hollywood. At this point, you are surely thinking this is just a Diddy and Cassie thing, but no, there are so many people on this case, from accusers, alleged accomplices, to figures mentioned during proceedings. We are here to give you all the details. Here are top 10 of his accusers and full details of their stories. Number 1. Liza Gardner. Liza Gardner is one of the earliest individuals to come forward with allegations tied to Sean Diddy Combs. In a civil lawsuit filed in 2023, she claims that in 1990, when she was just a teenager, she endured a traumatic experience involving Combs, R&B singer Aaron Hall, and music producer Devontae Swing of Jodici. According to Gardner, she was invited to what she believed was a professional opportunity, an environment often seen as a gateway for young talent at the time. Instead, she alleges the situation quickly shifted into a setting where she felt pressured, unsafe, and ultimately exploited. Her lawsuit states that Devontae Swing helped orchestrate the meeting, which led to deeply distressing events that have stayed with her for decades. What makes Gardner's case significant is not just the timeline. It allegedly took place well before Combs became a household name, but the pattern it suggests, that from early on in his career, there may have been environments where power was used inappropriately, and where young, hopeful individuals were vulnerable. Gardner remained silent for many years, a silence she says was fueled by fear, shame, and the belief that her voice wouldn't be heard. But her decision to come forward now has contributed to a larger wave of testimonies from people with similar accounts of coercion and power imbalance. Her story provides an important historical anchor in the broader investigation and has become part of the evidence federal prosecutors are examining to understand the scope and longevity of the allegations surrounding Combs and his circle. Ashley Parham. Ashley Parham is among the most recent voices to emerge in the widening federal case against Sean Diddy Combs. In her civil lawsuit filed in 2024, Parham alleges that she was sexually assaulted by Combs in 2018. In a carefully orchestrated setup involving individuals from his inner circle, his chief of staff Christina Coram and close associate Shane Pierce. Parham was a college student and aspiring creative when she says she was invited to an exclusive party hosted by Combs. The event, held at one of his private residences, was billed as an elite networking opportunity, something many up-and-coming professionals in entertainment dream of attending. According to the suit, Parham was introduced to Christina Coram, who positioned herself as a powerful gatekeeper to Combs' world. Coram allegedly played a key role in gaining Parham's trust, guiding her through the event and assuring her that she was in a safe and valuable space. Meanwhile, Shane Pierce allegedly worked behind the scenes to isolate her from the rest of the party. Later in the night, Parham claimed she was given a drink that made her feel unusually dizzy and impaired. It was after this that she alleges Combs sexually assaulted her. The suit paints a picture of a coordinated effort where Combs' staff were not just aware of the situation, but actively enabled. What makes Parham's story especially alarming is the alleged involvement of his professional staff, revealing how Diddy's network of influence may have extended beyond just his social circle into a more institutional structure of control. Her case helps federal investigators make a broader argument that this wasn't about isolated moments of misconduct, it was a system of exploitation involving multiple actors, carefully maintained by wealth, power, and silence. Parham's bravery in naming powerful figures and connecting them to her trauma is playing a vital role in dismantling the wall of secrecy and abuse. April Lamprose. She is one of the voices helping to uncover the long and disturbing history behind Sean Diddy Combs' alleged abuse of women. In her lawsuit filed in 2023, Lamprose alleges that Combs sexually assaulted her multiple times during the 1990s, during the early years of his rise in the music industry. Her account not only adds to the growing number of women speaking out, but also introduces the involvement, direct or indirect, of another key figure, the late Kim Porter, who was Combs' longtime on-and-off girlfriend at the time. According to Lamprose, she first met Combs in the mid-1990s, when she was working in the entertainment scene in Los Angeles. She says she was invited to several of his parties and events, which quickly turned into what she describes as predatory encounters masked as networking opportunities. In her lawsuit, Lamprose claims that Combs sexually assaulted her on more than one occasion, often while leveraging his power and reputation to intimidate her into silence. Shockingly, Lampros also alleges that some of these incidents occurred with Kim Porter present, either in the same home or aware of what was happening. While Porter, who passed away in 2018, is not accused of participating in any wrongdoing, her proximity to the events paints a troubling picture of the environment surrounding Combs during that period, one where silence, fear, and normalized misconduct allegedly reigned. Lampros' claims underscore how Combs' pattern of control and abuse may have operated not just behind closed doors, but in plain sight, and with multiple women allegedly enduring similar experiences under his influence. Her voice in the case is important not only for her personal testimony, but for helping establish a decades-long pattern of behavior that prosecutors are working to prove as part of a larger system of exploitation. Jones Rodney. Lil Rod is a Grammy-nominated music producer whose lawsuit has become one of the most explosive entries in the growing legal battle surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Filed in February 2024, Lil Rod's suit details graphic allegations of sexual assault, harassment, and intimidation, this time with a male victim at the center, highlighting the alleged abuse of power wasn't gender-specific. According to the lawsuit, Jones was brought on in 2022 to work closely with Combs on the production of the album, The Love Album, Off the Grid. At first, he saw the opportunity as a career-defining moment working alongside one of the most powerful figures in hip-hop. But behind the scenes, Jones claims the environment was toxic, sexually charged, and psychologically damaging. Jones alleges that during the production process, Combs subjected him to unwanted touching, groping, and explicit advances. He claims that these incidents escalated over time and that he was pressured to remain silent for the sake of his career. The lawsuit details multiple disturbing encounters, some of which were allegedly witnessed or even enabled by others in Combs' circle. Notably, Jones names Combs' son, Justin Dior Combs, and his longtime chief of staff, Christina Coram, as co-defendants in the lawsuit. He alleges that both aided and abetted the misconduct, either by turning a blind eye, helping cover it up, or playing a direct role in facilitating the abusive environment. The presence of Justin and Christina in the suit raises difficult questions about how deep the complicity may go within Combs' inner circle, and whether this culture of silence and exploitation extended into his own family and top-level team. Lil Rod's lawsuit has become central to the federal investigation, especially since it includes claims under the Trafficking Victims Protection Act and echoes the testimonies of multiple other victims, cementing what prosecutors now believe to be a coordinated system of abuse stretching across years, industries, and victims of all genders. Cassie Ventura. Of course, Cassie Ventura, a model and R&B singer, who met Sean Diddy Combs in the mid-2000s after being discovered by music producer Ryan Leslie. Her breakout hit Me and You caught Diddy's attention, and he signed her to his Bad Boy Records label in 2006. What started as a professional mentorship quickly evolved into a personal relationship, one that would span more than a decade, largely behind closed doors. While they were often seen together in public, the true nature of their relationship remained a mystery for years. Diddy rarely acknowledged her as his girlfriend publicly, even as she appeared beside him at events and in media. Insiders often describe their dynamic as possessive and imbalanced, with Diddy controlling many aspects of her career and personal life. In November 2023, Cassie filed a federal lawsuit against Combs, accusing him of years of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse. She alleged that he beat her, drugged her, and forced her into disturbing sex acts at events he called freak-offs. Her lawsuit described surveillance, manipulation, and violent outbursts, painting a chilling picture of life behind the glamour. Although the lawsuit was settled within 24 hours, it opened the floodgates. Her testimony became a centerpiece of the current federal trial against Diddy, sparking a wave of other accusers and casting new light on one of the music industry's most powerful figures. You think that's all? Wait, we're coming back with a part 2.